morning, everyone. So, magandang umaga po sa kanilang lahat. We will be starting the very first session on our pre-bar lecture series. We already have Dr. Nikki Osorio Grapelon in the Zoom call. We are also live streaming in our Centurion Bar Ops Facebook page and also in our Centurion Bar Ops YouTube channel. Okay, so I'd like to thank everyone for taking some time to join this very first session. Also, just to give context, before we turn it over to Dr. Grapelon, the reason why we are doing this is actually the first time that PLS is doing its own lecture series on core bar subject related sessions. No? So we realize when we rolled out this survey for all the barristers, whether it's your first time, you're retaking, or you're refreshing, a lot of you have shared the need to have some sessions on mental health and well-being, and we're very lucky to have Dr. Grapelon today and tomorrow to share with us her expertise and knowledge when it comes to building resilience and flexibility and mental toughness, as part of our bar review journey. Okay, now your Centurion Bar Ops is obviously here to help you in every possible way as you uh, uh, go through your review and study journey, in preparation for the bar operation. So that is the context as to why we are doing this. Please expect there's a couple of sessions. There's a number of sessions happening throughout the month of May to focus on this pre-bar lecture series on anything that is mental well-being related, including sleep, stress, physical sustainability, nutrition, health and wellness. And also, we will culminate with bar methodologies and bar methods, before we actually go to the bar proper series or beginning end of May. So that is what we have in store for all of you Centurion barristers. And before we turn over to Dr. Nikki, just a few house rules. Let me just share my screen here again. Just a few house rules here. Okay. Okay, my screen is not sharing, but in any case, so as much as possible, if we can turn on our video, and then let us mute when we're not speaking. We also have received from those who have registered this morning some advanced questions that we have for Dr. Grapelon. We have those, and for those who have additional questions, just feel free to write your questions in the chat box, and we will endeavor to ask these questions to Dr. Grapelon. So without any further delay, I will turn it over. Before anything else, together with me is my co-members in the bar ops. I have Mr. Alvin Fanelas, who is handling all the technical IT related stuff. I also have Mr. Yumuya here, who is handling the live channels that we are managing as we speak, and also a few other bar ops members here. So again, maraming salamat. Thank you for joining and have a wonderful session. So I'll turn it over to Alvin so that he could play all our videos, including the introduction to Dr. Nikki. And Dr. Nikki, good morning to you. We will turn it over to you already as soon as the video is finished showing. So thank you very much again. Alvin?
I used to roll the dice, feel the fear in my enemy's eyes, listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king is dead, long live the king. One minute I held the key, next the walls were closed on me, and I discovered that my castle stand upon pillars of salt and pillars of
Good day, everyone. Today we are joined by a distinguished expert dedicated to mental wellness and emotional resilience. A graduate of UE RMMCI and a former resident of the Veterans Memorial Medical Center, she is a board-certified psychiatrist and a fellow of the Philippine Psychiatric Association. She understands that the journey to becoming a lawyer requires more than just academic discipline. It demands psychological readiness and grit. Here to help our Centurion barristers navigate the high-pressure pre-bar season with hope and purpose, please join me in welcoming Dr. Nina Christy Osorio Grapilon.
All right. Good morning. Can you hear me po?
Yes, good morning, Doc. We can hear
Ayan.
you loud
All
and clear.
right. Thank you. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Okay. Are we ready? Can you see my screen po?
Yes, Doc, we can see it.
Okay. All right. Sige. So, good morning again. Magandang umaga po. Thank you very much to the dedicated lawyers and staff of the Philippine Law School in organizing this pre-bar lecture series. I was invited in my capacity as a psychiatrist, a medical doctor who helps our patients in dealing with their thoughts and emotions. All right. So we will not keep you for very long. This is a very short talk designed to provide very practical mental health support during your bar review. So we will first talk about mindsets, okay, mental health in general, and support system. Okay? All right. So tomorrow, we will deal with stress and how to manage the pressure of studying for the bar. Okay, very appropriate. And you can ask your questions later after the talk. If ever there will be technical problems, please bear with us, no, alert us so we can attend to the problem right away. All right. First off, let's talk about mindset. What does it mean? Ano ibig sabihin ng mindset? According to the very popular Merriam-Webster dictionary, mindset is a mental attitude or inclination. It's a fixed state of mind. So meaning once you have set your goals, for most of you, if not for all, the goal is to pass the bar exam, correct? No? I think you've set your goals during the first part of the pre-bar lecture series, okay? So once you have set that goal for yourself, what's the next step? The next step is for you to take the necessary steps, okay? A-action ka na towards that goal. So having the proper mindset will help you achieve that. So then, what is a proper mindset? For my patients, especially for students, I almost always encourage them to have a positive mindset, having an optimistic attitude, focusing on the good in any given situation. So take for example, during a recit, instead of convincing yourself that you will fail the subject because probably you had a bad recit, this will most probably dictate what your attitude will be for the remainder of the subject. Meaning, you have set that mindset that you will fail. Kasi, ay, bumagsak na ako sa recit, wala nang pag-asa to. But is it really? Is the bad recitation the only or the final determinant of whether you will pass the subject or not? No, of course not, diba? So instead of telling yourself that you will fail, a positive mindset is telling yourself that what? That there is still something that you can do. Okay? You can improve or you can study more. There's still another chance for you. And that you will learn from this experience, which is what growth mindset is all about. So it's a type of positive mindset, okay, wherein we believe that our abilities can expand and develop, okay, whether the situation was positive or not. Learning from our mistakes, understanding, accepting that we can adjust and cope well in any situation. That is what a proper mindset is all about, okay? All right, surely many of us will say, especially for those pessimistic in nature, isn't it better to prepare for the worst? No? Expect na lang natin na papasa, okay? Para, the blow will be more bearable for us. So there is some truth in that. However, let us go back to your goal. Always go back to your goal. What is your goal? I'm assuming this set of images, okay, is what? One of the primary goals for you right now, right? And of course, the ultimate goal is to be lawyers, attorneys. Okay? Now go back to that mindset that you will fail. How does it feel? Anong pakiramdam, no? It feels like the goal of becoming a lawyer is getting harder and harder to achieve, especially when kapag na-overwhelm tayo sa mga pagre-review natin, right? Your mindset affects your actions or even your behavior. It affects your motivation to review and your motivation to excel. All right. So imagine yourself as this person in the picture. You are dealing with a stressful situation. Okay? Ano yung stressful situation na yon? Reviewing for the bar, for example. Whenever we are facing a very difficult situation, doubts and fears would hound us. Okay? Questioning whether we can do it or not, na parang hindi ko naman kaya, impossible na to talaga for me. Okay? They are like, a hook. If you can see in this image, parang may hook na humahatak sa atin, trying to pull us away from what we value or away from our goals of becoming lawyers. So, what do? In everything that we do, okay, we always ask ourselves, okay, is this towards my goal of becoming a lawyer? Kapag ba nag-quit ako, magiging lawyer ako. Kapag ba hindi ako naging disiplinado sa pag-aaral, tataas ba ang chance na papasa ako? If the answer is no, then reconsider your actions. Kapag hindi ako nag-quit at tinuloy ko ang pag-aaral, mas tataas ang chance na makapasa ako. Okay? So take the following statements, for example. I cannot do this. Hindi ko kaya. How do we reframe that? I can do this. But sometimes, diba, it's very difficult to think positively, correct? Especially if you are considering just two options that are complete opposites of each other. So if we cannot do this, diba, I cannot do this to I can do this, what do? Try reframing your thoughts and compromise. So instead of I cannot do this versus I can do this, why not I will try? Okay? Between I will fail and I will pass, why not I will do my best? Diba? Instead of this is hopeless and there is hope, what? You can consider hope is possible. Meet yourself halfway instead of jumping from one end to the other end. Maybe that will be more attainable for you and more realistic, right? So, a positive or growth mindset is actually one of the components of a mentally healthy person. So, you've probably attended so many talks and lectures about mental health, especially during the COVID pandemic, no? Diyan na mayagpag ang mental health nung nag-start ang COVID. So, in discussing mental health, almost always we start with defining what mental health is all about. Okay, so ano ba yung definition niya? So mental health is a state of mental well-being that enables people to cope with the stresses of life, realize their abilities, learn and work well, and contribute to their community. So it's not just having a positive outlook, okay, in life. This definition of the World Health Organization acknowledges that, of course, there will be very difficult times and often we will have all sorts of negative emotions and attitudes. So the important thing is we can eventually cope. All right, we can eventually cope to this problem. We can learn from them, function accordingly. all right, as a result of what we have learned and be able to contribute to society. So if we take a closer look, it's not just about ourselves, okay? Meron din part sa relationships natin sa ibang tao, okay? So it's very important, it's crucial. Bakit? Kasi 'di ba we are very familiar with the comments. I always get these comments from my patients na, ay, cut off ko na sila kasi hindi sila okay for my mental health. Okay? Ay, magkukwit na ako sa work kasi hindi okay for my mental health. Okay? Or I will isolate myself because the people around me are very toxic. Cut off ko na sila. 'Di ba? So you go back to the definition of mental health. If your actions or decisions are in line with with the definition, then by all means go. But if you will quit so that what you can escape, you can run away from your problems, well, I doubt if that is a mentally healthy decision to do so. Okay? Now, in discussing mental health, medyo busy slide siya, no? We always include this diagram. Very favorite kasi namin to, okay? This is the biopsychosocial model for mental health. This just tells us that there are three main factors affecting our mental health. And at the same time, three main needs that we have to address for our mental health. So this diagram is made up of the biological, okay, this one, and then the psychological and social or environmental factors. Basically, what you just have to understand from this is that in order for us to be mentally healthy, okay, we have to what? Take care of our bodies, to maintain a certain state of mind, and to not isolate ourselves. Yun lang siya. Okay, I believe you have a separate lecture for nutrition and physical health. Okay, but as an overview, even though it's crunch time, diba, in reviewing, you still have to, since you have to schedule, no, your reviews, always strive to attend to the basic needs of your body. So food, water, sleep, exercise, kung kaya, diba, kahit walking lang or treadmill while you're reviewing, especially with sleep. And yes, you have another lecture for this or talk. The things that you review, they need to be consolidated to memory in your brain. Okay? So kapag nagre-review ka, ang process ng brain mo, parang ini-etch, no, yung nire-review mo sa brain mo. So you only get to achieve that if you sleep. Okay? So hindi siya nagiging memory kung hindi ka nakakatulog ng maayos. Take breaks. Okay? Move. Do not forget to eat and hydrate, not just with coffee, okay, but with water. Okay? You cannot perform well if you are sick. So we talked about positive mindset earlier, di ba? Having that adaptive frame of mind will help you redirect yourself whenever you would find yourself losing focus or motivation. And of course, equally important, the relationships, okay, which we will talk about next. All right. So why do we need a support system? Isn't it better to isolate ourselves so that we can be shielded from the pressure, right? From the distraction or maybe from the hurt, okay, which can affect our studies. Maybe, but again, it will not support that good mental health from what we defined earlier. All of us, no, all of us need some form of support. So it can be emotional, all right? People who empathizes with us and comforts us are maybe families and loved ones. It can be instrumental, practical assistance during our review days, like your colleagues in law school who are very eager to help during bar ops, right? Support can also be in the form of informational support, okay? Just like this pre-bar lecture series, okay? Even from your mentors who can give you advice and guidance, or even companionship alone, okay? People who can help us release energy and give us the break that we need. So a combination of these four is what we recommend, okay? Surround yourself with these identified people. Now, talking about mental health in the context of reviewing for the bar would prompt a number of questions about mental health conditions or illnesses. So I am assuming two questions or scenarios for today, okay? The first is, what if one has a mental health condition while reviewing for the bar, right? What should one do? And the other question is, all right, how can you check if you have an ongoing mental health condition that needs to be diagnosed and treated? Okay. Now, before we answer those two questions, allow me to mention some of the common psychiatric conditions that we see and we treat. So these are the very popular depressive disorders, no, yung mga clinical depression, major depressive disorder, okay, bipolar disorder, we have bipolar 1, bipolar 2, if you are familiar with these conditions, anxiety disorders. So dito yung may mga panic attacks, panic disorder, generalized anxiety disorder, even phobia, dito yan kay anxiety disorders. And of course, substance use disorders, very common, alcohol, caffeine is actually a substance use disorder. Okay, caffeine use disorder. Post-traumatic stress disorder, eating disorders under this you have anorexia and bulimia, somatic symptom disorder or hypochondriasis. I get to see this very often among law students, lawyers, medical students, and doctors. So very talamak to sa profession natin. And of course, sleep-wake disorders. Okay? Now, please remember, psychiatric conditions, they are medical conditions. Okay? That's why I'm a medical doctor. I am the one who treats, okay, the psychiatric condition. So, hindi siya kabaliwan. No, I always tell my patients and their families this statement. Hindi po siya kabaliwan, hindi kami naniniwala sa kabaliwan, no? Hindi nawawala sa sarili or sa katinuan ang lahat ng pasyente na may mental health condition. You know, even psychiatrists, okay? Some of us have mental health conditions na gagamot, pero that doesn't stop them, okay, from helping their patients, okay? Because it's just like, any other medical condition like hypertension or diabetes, okay? Now, Dr. Grapilon, what if I'm diagnosed with a mental health condition? What should I do? Okay, first is you have to check in with your provider. If you already are being taken care of by a doctor, make sure that you are consistent with your follow-ups. Okay, if you are taking medications, your provider should be a psychiatrist kasi kailangan doctor siya. If you are doing talk therapy lang or psychotherapy, or counseling without any medications, you can actually opt to consult with a psychologist. Okay, so we help each other, yung psychiatrist tsaka yung psychologist. But psychiatrists, we are also qualified for psychotherapy. So it really depends on your preference. Okay, do not skip your medications. It's very important that you take your medications as directed by your psychiatrist. I think now is not the right time for you to, experiment if you are taking medications. Okay, kasi ang laki ng ang laki ng at stake, 'di ba? Yung kung makakapasa tayo sa bar exam. So if you have questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to ask your provider, okay? So that you can make a plan, okay, on how you're going to manage, okay, or proceed with your bar review. Okay, even if you have an ongoing mental health condition, all right? Now, what if you are suspecting that you might have a mental health condition? What do you need to do? Okay, again, when in doubt, ask for help. Okay, consult with a professional. You can also check if there are any changes with your mood or your emotions, your behavior, or your actions. Cognition. So cognitive function includes memory. Okay, if you are having problems with your memory, orientation, and even your judgment. And of course, if there are any changes or if there are any signs of psychosis. So psychosis, ito yung delusions, okay? Fixed or false beliefs, okay? Like, ako si Superman, gano'n yung delusion. Or, sure na sure ako na papatayin ako ni ganito. yun ang delusion. Okay? And of course, hallucinations. Seeing, hearing things that other people cannot see or cannot hear. Okay? Now, you compare these symptoms with your baseline. Okay? Meaning how you were before in terms of your mood, in terms of your thoughts, and in terms of your behavior. Okay? May nag-iba ba? If there is a difference, in addition to the symptoms occurring for quite some time, hindi lang siya 1 day or 2 days, rather, for several days or for several weeks, yun yung na-observe mo sa sarili mo. Okay? And if the symptoms are starting to affect your day-to-day functioning, please consult right away. All right. Now, you can ask yourselves the following guide questions to check if you need to consider a psychiatric or a psychologic consultation. So, for example, how is your health? Okay, do you get overly concerned with your health? Have you consulted with several doctors for some physical complaints for which no physical basis have been found? Okay, very preoccupied with yung mga nararamdaman natin sa bodies natin. Do you have problems in sleeping? Okay, is your appetite poor or the opposite? Okay, do you often have uncomfortable feeling in your stomach? Do you often worry so that oftentimes you cannot get your worries out of your head? Yung overthinking tayo, no? Do you get anxious? Do you get frightened or feel jumpy? Do you feel butterflies in your stomach? Have palpitations, dizziness, sweating, trembling, okay? Have you been feeling sad or do you feel hopeless? Yung whenever you would wake up in the morning, parang it's very difficult for you to even get out or even get up, okay, from a lying position. Do you feel like life is not worth living so that you think of hurting yourself? Kahit na, you don't have that active thoughts yet, okay, but you feel like, whenever you would wake up in the morning, you feel disappointed na, ay, bakit pa ako nagising? Okay? Do you find yourself easily irritated with those around you? Na normally, dati, hindi naman. Okay? Have there been problems with your sexual life? Okay. Has any number of your family or friends complained of your drinking? Have you been advised about medical problems related to alcohol use? And even, do you take prohibited drugs? Are you becoming forgetful? Do you find it difficult to concentrate? Have you noticed any interference in thinking or has anyone noticed anything unusual in your speech, in your thought, or your behavior? Okay. Do you hear voices others do not hear? Do you feel that there is a plan to hurt you? Okay. If you answered yes to several of the questions, okay, it's more of a combination, not just limited to one or two, okay, and that they are quite persistent, again, for several days or several weeks, okay, and they are causing problems to your day-to-day, again, please seek mental health consult. Now, with the exception of if you have suicidal thoughts already, okay, or homicidal thoughts, okay, don't wait for the other symptoms to appear. Okay, kapag yun pa lang yung naramdaman mo, okay, you consult right away. All right. Okay, so that's it. Mabilis lang talaga siya. We do not want to overload you further. Tomorrow, we will have another talk on stress management. Just try to remember the following, okay? Identify, always go back to your goal or goals. Why are you doing this? Bakit ako nagre-review? No? Who are you doing this for? Okay? If you have children, di ba, para sa anak ko, or para yumaman ako, or para ganyan. Always go back to your goals. Okay? Always ask yourself, are you moving towards or away from your goals sa lahat ng ginagawa ninyo? Okay? Ito bang doom scroll ko ay towards my goal of becoming a lawyer? If hindi, I need to stop and go back to the action that would what? direct me towards my goal. Okay? So if your actions, again, are moving away from your goal of becoming a lawyer, ask yourself, okay, is it worth doing? Right? What helps? Having the proper mindset. We recommend what? A growth mindset or a positive attitude. Reframe your thoughts. It's not always black or white, yes or no, 'di ba? 0 or 100. Okay? May spectrum siya. Okay? May maybe. Okay. Another is give equal attention to your physical, mental, and social needs, as all these are important in your overall health to help you achieve your goal. And finally, please do not hesitate to ask for professional help. All right, so that's it. Thank you very much, and I'll be open for questions. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Agrapilon. That was a very insightful session, no? As an overview on mental health. I think a lot of the advanced questions that we received, no, you were able to answer already. So I will not be asking that. However, there are just a few questions I want to ask, also coming from our barristers who have registered, no, Doc. Doc, to give you some context, no, the PLS students or the barristers are, I think, 100% working students, right? So the primary question also that they have really is, how do we actually manage or balance the workload already of an 8 to 5 job, for example, no? And also the workload or the study load that is expected for a bar taker like myself this September. What are your insights on that, Doc?
Okay. Mahirap talaga yan, no? Working and studying at the same time. I think the first thing that you have to do is to set realistic expectations sa sarili ninyo. Right? Okay? You have to plan. All right? For example, if you are studying for the bar, how many hours can you give to study after you work or before you work? Okay? It's a matter of balancing, okay, dividing your time, provided that, if you will go back to the lecture earlier, 'di ba? You have to what? Target the needs of your body, of your mind, 'di ba? Yung relationship sa ibang tao. So you combine, you consolidate all those. Okay, in order to come up with a plan. It's very hard, no? Yung the ideal 8 or 7 to 8 hours of sleep, probably hindi niyo yun makukuha. Okay, so again, set realistic expectations. What can I do? Okay, what can I give? What can I give up? Ganun siya. Okay, so mahirap, but it's a matter of planning. Okay, yon. I hope I answered the question.
Yes, Doc. Yeah, you did. Also as a follow-up question, Doc. So the students of PLS also also in this Zoom call or session, it's a mix of barristers and also like students from first year, for example.
Mm.
Right now, you shared about mindset systems or support systems, starting with a clear goal and having that positive mindset. Now, if we contextualize it further, meaning if hihimayin natin siya, Doc, how can we translate that into achievable motivational actions so that as a first year student or as a barrister, every single day, I can kind of contextualize that into a parang motivation ba? In other words, how can I motivate myself as a first year law student or as a barrister, given my goal, no, of passing the bar?
Okay. It depends, no, kung what kind of person, what your personality is. But the first thing for you to be able to motivate yourself is to have that clear goal in mind. Lagi talaga yon. All right? So every day when you wake up, if you find yourself feeling tamad, okay, to go to school or to study, think of that goal. Ganun lang siya kadali. Okay? Ano ba goal ko? Kailangan gusto ko maging lawyer. So, everything that I will do, lahat yon kailangan papunta or towards that goal. Okay? Laging ganon. Yung lagi ko sinasabi sa patients kasi oftentimes it's very hard for you to, kasi nag-overthink tayo eh. Parang, Parang wala nang pag-asa to. It's very hard. It's very difficult. Siguro mag-quit na lang ako. Okay? We get overwhelmed by those thoughts. So kapag na-overwhelm ka, okay, yun lang yung pinakamadaling kaya mong isipin. What is your goal? And you go back. Okay? Everything that you do towards that goal. Okay? In terms of social support, in psychotherapy with my patients, especially for those depressed patients and anxious patients that are having difficulties with their day-to-day, okay, what I advise them to do is you draw, okay, you draw yourself, kunwari stick figure siya, okay, and then you list down all your priorities or your needs. Okay? Parang ganon. And then every day you check, ano yung mga na-address ko na dito? So for example, this type of person, a student, okay, ano yung mga priorities niya? Studies, relationship, family, etc. So every day, a little bit of something dun sa nakalist, ma-address niya. So okay, nag-say hello ako kay mom. Okay, nagawa ko yung homework ko. Alright? Nag-coffee kami ng friends ko. Nag-date kami for 1 hour ng boyfriend ko. Okay? So every day, pag may na-address ka doon, you will feel that sense of accomplishment that you were able to achieve something for the day. So ganun lang, small things that you can achieve every day if it's very hard for you to achieve yung bigger tasks. Okay? So you break down big tasks to smaller tasks para mas achievable for you. All right? Yun.
Thank you, Doc. We have a live question here from the chat, and I'll read it, Doc. So it says here, "Good morning, Doc. Does a mild alopecia and sudden phantom intense pain feeling sensation of the forearm up to the digits is a sign of severe stress and anxiety? I noticed that I experienced those medical terminologies while having my refit."
Okay. Alopecia is hair fall, okay? Loss of hair, okay? For those who are not familiar with the term. Now, the answer is yes and no, maybe. Okay? You always get to hear that answer from psychiatrists. Hindi kami puro yes or no, maybe, or it depends. Okay? Ano yung context, alright? If, okay, you have no other medical conditions that would explain the alopecia and that pain na nafe-feel mo, then probably it could be related to stress. Actually, alopecia is highly correlated to stress. Could be. The intense pain feeling sensation, we need to, can you elaborate? Okay, pero how old ba si bata pa? Anyway, all right. So again, if you have no medical conditions and 45, all right. And if you would feel these symptoms only during recitation, then probably, all right, it could be a sign of anxiety. Anxiety, panic attacks. Yan.
All right. Okay, thank you, Doc, for that. Another question, Doc, because in PLS po, no, our demographics, it ranges from of course we have the Gen Zs, no, mga bata na who are also working and studying. But also we go all the way to our elderly. We have senior citizens in PLS, no? And they are in Metro Manila, some are in Mindanao and in various regions, no, in the Philippines. So my question to you, Doc, is would your guidance on mental health also be the same in terms of regardless of age, no? So let's say we have a senior citizen barrister here. What would be your atake naman or your advice po when it comes to taking care of the mental health and well-being?
Actually, same lang naman, generally the same. We just have to tweak some factors. For example, for those not so young barristers, okay? Again, realistic expectations of yourself, okay? If hindi mo na kaya talaga, yung katawan mo, bumibigay na siya with 5 hours straight of review, then maybe try to lessen that. Okay? Kung hanggang saan lang yung kaya mo. Okay? And then try to work from there. Kung kunwari kaya mo ng 3 hours, try mo to push to 4 hours. Kung hindi na talaga, then 3 hours lang. 'Di ba? And then i-break mo siya, i-divide mo siya throughout the day. So for example, 3 hours, pagkagising ko, magbe-breakfast ako, iinom ako ng maintenance ko, a little bit of exercise, all right? Siguro some self-care, and then balik ulit ako another 3 hours. Okay, ganon. So, again, it's a matter of planning. Okay, and knowing your limits. Kung hindi na kaya ng katawan, okay, maybe it's more detrimental for you to push yourself further. For elderly, ha? For not so young barristers. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Doc, for that. I just want to ask our other attendees here po, no, if they have any other questions, because I've asked all the questions already we received from the registration, no. Anyone else here who has any questions for Dr. Grapelon?
Diretso review na siguro sila after the
Yeah.
talk.
Yes, Doc. Yes, Doc. I know. I think they're also munching on all your nuggets of wisdom. No, I think because again, this is the first time that we're doing this for PLS.
Mhm.
It's good that this is being openly discussed and spoken about. I was mentioning about the demographics. No, meron tayong all the way from Gen Zs to like
Mhm.
Gen X, for example. No, and they have different ways of coping and
Mhm.
engaging, 'di ba? Interacting. So I know you mentioned earlier about I'll cut off these relationships because it's not helpful for my cause. And you mentioned that for as long as you are aligned with that mindset, 'di ba? You go back to your definition. I think that's a good anchor, no, for our barristers here, no, and our law students, because many of them know, when especially the barristers, when they take the bar exams, when they're taking the bar exams this year, they do a lot of things, no, to make sure that they can concentrate. What are those? Number one, they minimize any social media interaction, right? They deactivate their profiles, for example. They turn off their gadgets. So may mga ganong intervention so that they can really focus, no? And I think what you mentioned earlier on really going back to that mindset is going to be a very strong anchor for our barristers here.
Siguro
Okay?
I think you have a separate lecture for
Yes.
memory enhancing
Yes.
medications, Memo Plus Gold, mga ganon. Right?
Correct po. Yes,
Sige.
definitely. Okay, if there are no more questions for Dr. Grapelon, once again, Dr. Grapelon, thank you very much for joining us here for the first session on our pre-bar lecture series, and we will see you tomorrow, same time, for the stress inoculation and confidence under pressure. So with that, maraming salamat po to everyone. Have an amazing Saturday, and we will see you again tomorrow. Thank you
See you
very much.
tomorrow. Thank you.
Salamat po. Thank
Thank
you
you
po.
po.
Bye-bye po.